All right, a lot of people talking about AI recently, and I've seen a few people talk about AI as their ultimate solution for meal planning. So let's talk about it. Here's some pros and cons of using AI for your meal planning. First pro is that AI is a teachable tool. So the more that you tell it about your life and your situation and your preferences, the more that it learns about you and can then use that information to update your meal plans in the future or give you specific recipes in the future. It's also going to give you on-demand recipe and meal plan suggestions. So if you don't want to think about recipes or think about a meal plan, you can just ask it and create those things for you. You can also ask it questions about planning and ingredients, particularly when it comes to swaps and substitutions. If you need to update things, it can do that for you. If you're wondering, what you can use to substitute for a certain ingredient, you can ask it. It's going to give you that right away. You can also ask AI for a printable shopping list. So once it's made you a meal plan, you can ask it for a printable version of your shopping list so that you have all of the ingredients that you need for your groceries trip. All right, but one of the cons could be a misinterpretation of your preferences. I think a lot of us had a situation with AI where you told it something and it totally got it wrong, misinterpreted what you were saying, and gave you kind of a wonky answer. So that could definitely happen with recipes and your meal plans. It could also give you recipes you're unfamiliar with. So recipes in general are easier to cook, easier to enjoy if you know how to cook it and if you know that those are flavors that you like and enjoy. Certainly you can teach it some things, like I said in the first one, but I think it's really hard to teach an AI exactly what your cooking skills are, and it might give you recipes that are much more difficult than what you're used to, or maybe have appliances that you don't have in your house, or even just small kitchen utensils that you may not have in order to successfully prepare that recipe. Also, where do the recipes come from when you're using AI to meal plan? A lot of times it will just give you a list of recipes. It says chicken fajitas and beef stew. You have to specifically ask it for links to recipes or to list out the entire recipe for you. It's not just all like housed in the database. It doesn't give you those things automatically. There is a lack of planning around your own schedule when it comes to using AI for meal planning. You can certainly tell it your schedule, but that means every week you are telling the AI exactly what your schedule is in order to make the meal plan, which just kind of feels like a really long way of doing your meal planning around your schedule. It might just be easier to meal plan without telling AI all of the nuances of your schedule. There's also a lack of organization and interface when it comes to AI. Everything is just in your AI chat log, which I don't find to be very easy to search when it comes to finding past meal plans or past recipes. There's just not really a good interface or history in there. There's also not interactive options. So like I said, you can get a printable shopping list, but it's just a printable list. If you like to have your shopping list on your phone and being able to interact with those items, that's not really an option when it comes to using ChatGPT or another AI for your entire meal planning situation. And finally, there's no offline use. So if you happen to be somewhere where you don't have very good data, maybe you don't have Wi-Fi and you're out of data, you can't use your AI to make your meal plan or make a new shopping list for you because you need the internet for it. All right, that's not a comprehensive list of pros and cons. These are just some of my thoughts related to AI and meal planning, and I'm really interested to hear what you guys think about it. If any of you use AI for meal planning and you prefer it over other methods, or if you prefer a different method, I really want to hear about it.